Okay, so this is night 3, or week 3, of our gentle floor. And we're going to start on the floor in comfy, easy seated pose. You can go for a little wiggle from side to side. I like circles as well, just to get my rib cage opened up. With every inhale, you're thinking about being open, so you're expanding. And with every exhale, you're thinking about releasing air, releasing tension, and just relaxing a little bit deeper. Let's take those circles in the other direction. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last 3 circles in this direction. 2, and 1. Sitting all the way up tall again, take a big deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Now, even though we're saying relax, we're still keeping good posture, so let's do that a few more times. Inhale, think tall. Exhale, think about our tummies relaxing again. Shoulders sinking down. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, now you can close your eyes down or just look down to the floor in front of you. And we're going to do a slightly different breath, where we're going to breathe in for 3, and then slower breath on the way out. We're going to breathe out for 5. In for 3 and out for 5. Let's try it now. So big deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale out 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, take another big deep breath in for 3, 2, 1. And exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. 2, 3. Breathing out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Now keep going with that in for 3, out for 5, and I'll let you count that yourself. You can make your counts a little bit shorter or a little bit longer to suit you. I'm just going to do that for another 5 rounds in your own time. When you've finished that 5th round of breath, take a big deep breath in, look up towards the ceiling, pull against your knees and really open your heart forwards. Then exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the belly button in and back, and rock yourself into a curly kiss shape, rounding your spine, letting your shoulders curl forwards as well, chin into chest. Inhale to sit tall, and we're going to do our quicker breath this time, looking on the inhale to our left, exhale to the right, and we're going to do that for 30 seconds. So it's an inhale, look left, exhale, look right, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, keep it going. Looking as far as you can over that shoulder. Our spine is as tall, as straight as possible. If you're not comfortable sitting with legs in a basket, just move and find a comfortable seated position that is good for you. Maybe back against the wall, or legs out in a V shape. In and out. In and out. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre, pull against the knees, inhale, look up high, Heart shines forwards. Exhale, tuck the chin, let the spine curl, almost as if you're rocking back onto your tailbone. Inhale, come back up tall to seated position, roll those shoulders back. We're going to get them moving this time. Did this one last week, I'm sure, so fingertips onto the floor. And we're going to reach up above our heads, pointing up. So if you imagine, let's do it with pointing fingers, all the way up, squeeze your biceps either side of your ear, then exhale down, fingertips to the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. Try and keep the same rhythm that you did in that last one with our neck going from side to side. In and out. In and out. Keep it going. And this touching off the sky and the earth links in with the yogic terminology of sky above, earth below, peace within. So if you really like this with your breath now, start to block out how achy your shoulders feel after a few, how busy a day you've had, how busy tomorrow might be. Block all that out. We are here on our mat for 45 minutes only, so we can manage short 30 seconds bursts even if they're a little bit tough on the shoulders. But that feeling when you finish is going to be worth it. So keep it going. In and out. In and out. Looking good. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold both hands up high for me into prayer. Then we're just going to reach over to one side. Get that stretch up one side of the body. Come back up tall to centre and across to the opposite side. Trying to make space in our ribcage so that we can breathe a little bit deeper. Also testing our balance so that we don't go too far over. And come all the way back up to centre. Like arms relax. Get that nice sensation in your shoulders of finally getting to let them drop down again. We'll do one more with arms. Sorry that it's straight after the one before. But this one we're going to start with hands in prayer pose. We're going to breathe in and reach forwards. Breathe out and take our hands out to the sides. Try and keep fingers pointing up to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. Out. In. Out. Keep it going. Reach. Open. Reach. And in. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Out. In. Out. Trying to breathe in and out through your nose, equal breaths. So no longer our in for 3, out for 5. Equal part breath. This one not only working our shoulders like the last one did, but it's also going to be opening up our chest, working our pecs, so keep it going. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. Rest it in here in prayer pose, oh my goodness, prayer pose in front of your chest. I'm getting all tongue tied tonight. And we're going to take our body round in a rotation, so no longer just our neck this time, we're wanting to take it all the way down through our core. If you can, take your opposite elbow onto the arm and look up over your shoulder. You can't quite reach the outside of that leg tonight, that's okay, just go as far as you can and look up over that shoulder anyway. Inhale, come back to centre, sitting tall, and then exhale, twist first from the core, from your tummy, and then elbow down, look up over that shoulder, try and keep your elbow stacked high, so the elbow, back elbow is up towards the ceiling. Hold in here for 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre. Circle the arms round and down, this time taking them behind you, fingertips on the floor, Again, open your heart forwards, shoulders tucked back together, look up to the ceiling. Hold in here for 3, 2, 1, and then circle the arms round and bring your body forwards, over. Feel that stretch in your hips and in your glutes. Let your head drop down, so even give your head a little shake from side to side. Try and relax any tension in your neck or in your upper back or shoulders. And then slowly walking the hands in, and you can roll yourself back so that you are lying flat on the ground. And you can have your hands by your side or even pop them just underneath your bottom, and it'll help you keep your back flat on the floor or comfortable on the floor. We'll do one leg at a time. We're going to inhale up with our left leg, exhale down. Then our right leg, inhale up, exhale down. We're doing this for 30 seconds. You don't need to lift all the way up into an L shape, just go as far as you need to, or as far as you can, and then back down. Let's go left leg first. Inhale, exhale, in and out, in and out. Keep it going. Try and keep your foot flexed here so the toes are coming back towards your head. Looking good. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your hands come out from underneath and give yourself a big hug. Knees come up to the chest. We'll do one last warm-up move where, if you can, try and make yourself look like an upside down table. So normally when we do cat and cow, our knees and our hips are in line and our shoulders and our wrists are in line. So try and do that whilst your back is on the floor. Then we're going to take opposite hand to opposite leg and reach them down towards the ground. Now I'll do this with a bent knee to show you easier option. Harder option is straight arm, straight leg. And we're trying to do opposites. So again, working on a little bit of coordination. But let's go. You can pick whichever hand you want to go first. And we're going to inhale here, exhale, in to reach the ceiling, exhale, in and out. 30 seconds, let's go. Again, try and keep your feet and your hands flexed, or your wrists and your ankles flexed. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Give yourself a big hug again. Tuck your nose up towards the knees. And go for some circles round. You can let your head relax down if that's better. And same in the other direction. Hands out wide to the side in a T shape, and then just let the feet and the knees rock over towards one side. Don't worry if they don't go all the way down. Just feel that nice twist in your spine. Then all the way back up through centre, down to the other side. Inhale to the middle, lengthen your breath, remember, exhale down. Inhale up to middle. Exhale down. One more time on each side. Inhale and exhale. Inhale exhale. This time, coming all the way round, so you don't need to come back to centre, just roll yourself all the way over so that you can come to tabletop position, the right way up this time. Go for a few cat-cows just to get yourself comfortable. Linking the breath with the inhale to look forwards, exhale to tuck. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Sitting all the way back onto your heels, stretch the hands forwards, head comes down. Just take a little moment here in our child pose, spreading the fingers wide, opening the shoulders, opening the hips. You might want to take your knees a little bit wider and have your toes together. Now at any point if you need a rest, try and come to this pose, take a wee breather, stretch out hips, stretch out shoulders, then you can join back in whenever you are ready to. From here, come back into your tabletop position, turn the toes underneath, and we're going to lift the hips up high, come into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up, give your knees a little wiggle here, try and loosen off the hamstrings, loosen off the calf muscles before we get into our sun salutations. Hold it still here for 3 deep breaths in through the nose and exhale. Inhale. With every exhale, try and push your chest through towards your knees a little bit closer. Inhale. And exhale. Walking your right foot forwards. Between your hands, you can lift the leg and place it down if that's an easier option for you. When you get there, you can straighten your back leg again, or you can keep it down. Again, options there. Take the one that is best for you tonight. Just going to lift the hips and lower the hips for 5 and 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Hold it down low. From here, walk that front foot back, come into your downward facing dog once again. We're ready to do that on the other side, so left leg is going to march through. Again, you can do easier option to march it through, or come straight from your down dog, peel the chest forwards over the hands, flat foot comes to the floor. When you're ready, lift and lower. If you're doing this option with your back knee down, very similar, but you're just going to tip back, keep the front foot flat, That's a tongue twister as well tonight, my goodness. And forwards. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold it down low in that low lunge. Then this time, rather than going into downward facing dog, we're going to step our back foot in to meet our front foot into a forward fold. Now don't worry if your hands aren't on the floor, you can bring them up to knee height or wherever is comfy for you. If you are a little bit more flexible and you want your hands down, try and look towards your knees, or even hold on to the backs of your legs and use this to help guide your tummy in a little bit closer. So you're hugging yourself in, looking down between your knees, holding here for 3 deep breaths in through the nose. If it's really uncomfy and your hamstrings are super tight, just take a slight bend in the knees. You're still getting a good stretch, it'll just be a little bit more comfortable. Hold in here, 1 more breath, inhale, and exhale. Hands to the floor, you can bend your knees, crouch all the way down into a little toe squat at the bottom. And then to get up, we're going to roll ourselves up. So we're going to straighten the legs first, tuck the chin in, let the arms and head hang heavy, and roll your body up all the way nice and slowly until you're standing up again. Roll the shoulders back and down, and we are ready to go into our sun salutation. So if this is completely new to you, Don't worry, I'm just going to move this camera so that I can see my head. There we go. Yeah. So when we do this, make sure you've got a space behind you. And we're going to take a big deep breath in, circle the hands up high. Then breathe out as we fold forwards and down. Breathing in to look forwards again as we come up into tabletop or our half stand. Then come back down to the floor, hands to the floor, bend your knees if you need to. Walking your feet back, so right foot, left foot back, into plank. Now straight away, if plank feels tough and you're noticing that your tummy's dipping or your bum's a bit too high, you can drop the knees and still get a really good core strengthener. Maybe a little bit easier on your wrists. We're going to hold plank here for 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to keep the elbows in tight and slow motion come down to the floor in 3. Tummies come down slowly, 2, and 1. When your tummy reaches the floor, we're going to lift the chin, the chest up, squeeze the elbows into the ribcage, legs are long and flat. You might be able to come a little bit higher into cobra. If you'd rather keep your elbows down, stick with Sphinx pose tonight. Now, whichever height you came to, roll the shoulders back and down. Try and keep your back really long, all the way up to the crown of your head. Hold in here for 3, 2, 1. Relaxing our tummy, chest, and head to the floor. Pushing our bodies up into downward facing dog. Now, I'll do easier option this time. So come into tabletop first. Plant the hands nice and wide. Toes curl under, hips come high. Hold in here for 3 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Now, tailbone is the highest point of your body. When you're ready, you can step your right foot forward between your hands into that low lunge that we practiced. Just holding it here again. Feel that stretch in your groin and on your hip. Then when you're ready, your back foot is going to step in to meet your front foot. You can do that in a few little hops or maybe one big hop to lift and place. Have a little forward fold while we're here. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale to stand all the way up tall. Exhale, relax the arms. Let's do that again, but then we're going to be leading with our left leg this time. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Tucking our head down so that we're looking between our knees. Inhale, halfway up, tabletop position. Flat backs. Try and push your chest to the floor. Tailbone high. All the way from the crown of our head to our bottom in a flat line. Hands to the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. This time left foot, right foot back. Left, then right. Slow motion. Come down to our tummies. But try and keep your body in this nice straight plank shape. So bring your knees down if you need to. Down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the chest, lift the tummy, and hold. We're going to be here for 3 breaths, in through the nose. And every time you exhale, I want you to think about making a little bit more space between your shoulders and your ears. So think about being really graceful, having really good posture, trying to make your back as long as possible, all the way up to the crown of your head. On that third breath, you can slowly melt your way back down to the ground. Harder option this time, so remember you can go through tabletop, then down dog, or plant your hands already. You're going to do a little press up first, lifting the hips when you get to the top, and come into downward facing dog that way. Make sure your thumb's pushing into the floor, pointing fingers pushing in, all the way round to your pinky. left foot is going to step forward, so you can do a little lift first, and that helps to bend the knee, move the weight forwards, and then flat foot onto the ground. Or, like we practiced earlier, back knee can come down and you can lift forward. Most important, that foot comes to be flat, and the knee is above the heel. Holding it here, feel that stretch in your hip and your groin. Think about your breath again, inhale and exhale, a little bit deeper. On your next inhale you can bunny hop or one big hop with that back foot coming in to meet. All the way up, place it down gentle. Tucking the head through, look between the legs again. Bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, circle the hands high, come all the way up tall right from your forward fold. And exhale down. And that is that little routine on both sides. Now we're going to add in a few new poses as we go. So inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Halfway. Exhale down to the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. Right foot, left foot back. Hold the plank for 3, 2, straight line, 1, bring it to the floor, 3, 2, 1. Your knees can come down early, remember. Inhale, come up, either halfway into baby cobra, elbows tucking tight, or a little bit higher. See how your back feels. Try and avoid the bum lifting. We want a big long scoopy line from the top of our head to our tailbone, and that continues all the way down our straight legs. One more big deep breath in here. And you can choose whether you want to come down onto your tummy first, or whether you want to do a harder option. Curl the toes from here, lift the press up, and then down dog. Or you can come to tabletop and come up the first way that we tried. Okay, from here, right leg lifts to the sky. Hold it up as high as you can. Now it might be here, that's okay. I want you to bend your knee and get your heel as close to your bottom as you can. Then we're going to rotate that knee and open it up to the sky. So even if you're here and down a little bit lower, still bend so your heel comes towards your bottom. Then we're going to try and open the hip up to the side. So keep holding, hopefully you can still see me. It just means that rather than our knee being like that in the sky, we want to open the gate and try and use our ball and socket joint of our hip to open up round. And this is like a scorpion's tail, scorpion pose. Come over behind you. See if you can get a little bit further around. Keep your chest and your tummy square in the middle. From here, bring that knee back round, straighten the leg, and then we're coming underneath the body into our lunge. Again, do the options that suit. You might want that back knee down already. From here, everyone drop that back knee down actually. We'll come into our twist, so you can do hand onto knee or hand up to the ceiling. Look up towards that top hand, push the hips down and forwards. Working all the muscles, lower body. It feels like lower body, but this is doing so much good for your back right now as well. Come back down to centre. And we're going to inhale up with the hands, legs that stay exactly as they were, into crescent lunge. Now if you want to do a little back bend you can, but that's not needed tonight. Just think about balance, think about staying nice and strong, arms reaching up past your ears, fingers shooting energy up towards the ceiling. Pushing down. If you want to do a harder option, you can just straighten that back knee. hands slowly down to the floor. Okay, straighten that back leg, jump it in, maybe 2 little bunny hops, and place your heel on the floor. So I've got 1 foot pointing north, and one foot pointing west. Then we're going to inhale, rainbow my hands up, and come into warrior 2. Now if you need to have a little shuffle when you get up, that's okay, but imagine if you were drawing a line from heel and a straight line back, it would come to meet the instep of your back foot. Bend into your front leg, keep low, it still should look like a lunge, but just a side on lunge this time. Hands out in a T shape, and look past your middle finger, following that knee. Now double check if you've got kind of weak inner thighs. This tends to happen when your knee drops in, so try and push that out and sink a little bit lower. So keep double checking that knee doesn't get lazy and track inwards. Keep it going the same direction as your toes. Roll the shoulders back a few times in this position. Try and get rid of any little crunches. And hold there, drop the back hand, lift the front hand into reverse warrior 2. You're trying not to teapot arm, just drop the back of the hand down the back of the leg. Again, really good stretch for up the side of our body, creating more space in our rib cage so we can breathe a little easier. Rainbow round, legs still haven't moved, into our stretch for the other side of the body, into side angle. Now I am propping myself up on my knee. If you want a harder option, straighten that arm and reach fingertips down to heel. Try and get your top hand to reach over diagonal, so you've got a straight line from your heel, knee, hip, armpit, hand. Keep holding. Do whichever option suits you. Look up under your armpit, towards the sky, holding for 3, 2, 1. Rainbow up. You can straighten that front leg now and turn the toes in so they face forward, so all toes pointing the same direction. And just dive down and forward. You can let the hands drop and have a little rest here in our forward fold. Now, legs are straight. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay. Have a chair that you can pop your hands on, or just go down to your knees and stay there. Or maybe shins. Or, if it's really uncomfy, bend your knees ever so slightly and find the right option for you. Now, it's not about finding the perfect pose or being the most flexible. It's just about tiny little changes that you can notice in your body. How every little sensation feels. So try and breathe deeply into that part of the body that needs that right now. Straighten the legs again for me. Then I want to inhale, circle the hands all the way up high, above head, and exhale, release down. Turn that front foot to face the front of your mat, and we'll do a giant big step to meet at the top. So bend and push. And if you need to take a few steps, that's okay as well. Okay, inhale, reaching up tall. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down to the floor. Straight legs if you can. Left foot, then right foot back into plank. Slow motion. Coming down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And rest. Inhale, lift the chin. Lift the chest, lift the tummy. Looking forwards. Again, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Doing 2 more big deep breaths here. Pick your option, whether you want to come to tabletop or whether you want to go straight into down dog from here. But make sure you flatten it into plank first and then lift it into down dog. When you're ready, left leg lift, hold it high, Once you've got the height that you can do, bend the knee and then open the knee wide into scorpion. So even though your lower body is starting to get a little bit of a twist in it, we still want our chest and our arms to be square down to the floor. So your head is still looking back. Imagine if your both knees were there, you would still be looking through between your knees. Bring that leg straight again, and then as you bend it, we're going to pull underneath the chest, flat foot to the ground, into our low lunge. Then hand up, straight into our twist. Remember, back knee can be down, look up to the sky, or if you want a harder option, straight leg, maybe even straight arm. Feel that twist in the spine with every exhale. Try and take your hand a little bit further back. Imagine you've got 12 o'clock at the top, 6 o'clock at the bottom. Bringing that hand to the floor. Just take a wee moment to get steady. Again, drop the back knee down if you need that knee. Lifting the hands into crescent lunge. Don't let the hips start to fade back. Keep it low. Double check that knee is above the heel. If you want, come into a little bit of a back bend. Or you can stay tall. If arms above your head feels tough tonight, you can do hands on hips. From here, hands to the floor. Straighten that back leg, and then bunny hop in once or twice, flat foot on the floor. We've now got one foot going north and one foot going east. Rainbow the hands up, and come into your warrior two pose. Sink down as low as you can, look over that middle finger. Keep the bend in that leg. I'm going to face you guys so I can see how it's all going. Keep bending and think about that inner thigh, so don't let the knee trickle in. You want to open wide, stay strong there. Then, when you're ready, take your back hand away from your bent knee and come into reverse warrior two. So I was this way, just in case I'm confusing anyone. From here, dropping the back hand, look up towards the sky. Again, try not to teapot. Just back of the hand against the back of the leg. Hold in here for 3, 2, and 1. Rainbow the hands round. Change over so you can prop yourself on this leg. Hand comes overhead, so diagonal. Or if you want a harder option, back of the hand down so that we are not propping ourselves up. We're not making it easier for ourselves. Perfect. Look up under your armpit. Keep stretching down. And actually having your arm here helps with that inner thigh so it no longer can sink in because you're using this arm to push it back. Keep going. We're going to hold here for another 3. Keep bending that knee. Bend, 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 bend. 2, 1. Everyone up tall. Turn your toes. All toes are going the same direction again. Fold it forwards. Hands to the floor if you can. If not, come to the legs. Walk the hands over to one side for me this time. You can stay here or on the leg. Or if you want a harder option, take your top arm round up to the ceiling. Pulling your chest and your head in to meet that leg. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Come back to centre. Walk the hands across all the way to the other side. When you're ready, reaching up and round, try it on the other side. Again, if you're not at that level, stay here or here. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Back down to centre. Walk the hands forward as far as you can. Push the chest to the floor. And then slowly walking the hands in and bring yourself down onto your bottom, just however you find comfy. And you can lie flat on your back, toes out to the corners, palms facing up to the ceiling, and gently close your eyes again. We're just going to have a short Savasana to finish tonight. So again, if you want to close any lights off or have a little blanket over you to make you more comfy, you can do that as well. Perfect. Now take your attention back to your breath. And we're going to go back to what we did at the beginning, where we're going to count in for 3, 2, 1, and exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now if you think you can manage, try breathing in for 4 and out for 6. But I'll let you count it yourself. I want it to be nice and natural. You're not having to force anything or overthink what you're doing. And if your mind does start to wander and think about random tasks or lists or any little worries, just acknowledge that they're there, but let them float on by. You don't need to dwell on them right now. So just try and slow everything down, breathing in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just continue to slow your breath, slow your thoughts, allowing yourself to sink down into the floor. And I'm just going to read a short poem, if I can get the computer to work. Short poem by Dana Falls. And you can just listen to the words, again, thinking about your breath, trying to bring yourself into the present moment just for this last little minute. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, awakened, every tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are, so fully alive that when you open your eyes, the world looks different, newly born and vibrant, just for now. Bringing your attention back to your breath in through the nose and exhaling slowly and calmly out through your nose. Start to wiggle the fingertips and wiggle the toes. And then circle the wrists and circle your ankles. Hugging your right knee up tight towards the chest. Holding for 3, 2, 1 and release. And the left, just to ease that tension, any tension left in the hips or lower back. Squeeze for 3, 2, 1 and release. And then this time 2 heels slide in, 2 knees hug in, making the tightest ball that you can, even nose up to knees if that's okay for your neck. Holding as tight as you can for 3. Even try and push your legs up towards the ceiling a little bit higher so that your head can curl in more. 2, 1 and relaxing down. Have a little circle. You can blink your eyes open and rock over onto your side to come up into easy seated pose. And legs in a basket, or however you find comfortable, to sit tall with a straight spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Taking a big deep breath in, bringing shoulders up. And then breathing out, shoulders back and down, circle round. Inhale up. Exhale round and down. And then last one, inhale up. Exhale round and down. Taking a big deep breath in, circling the hands high up above your head into prayer, and then down through the centre line of the body to your forehead. May we have kind and loving thoughts. To our lips, kind and loving communication, and to the centre of your heart, kind and loving intentions. Namaste.